This is Movies in Contemplation with Jarokk and...
Oh, am I talking to
Jesus,
you?
yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Witty entrance. How's everybody doing?
Witty entrance.
Witty.
Oh, witty!
Witty.
Witty!
Kind of like a witty catchphrase, you know what I mean?
Yeah, witty. Alright, anywho.
Winnie?
Witty!
Winnie.
Witty. Alright, moving on. Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's been a wonderful day.
It has, actually.
Yeah, it's been a really fun day, hasn't it?
I'm excited.
Good week. So, everybody, welcome to a Jarokk pick.
Yes.
We are doing 1996 DragonHeart.
DragonHeart.
Directed by Rob Cohen and writing props to Patrick Reed Johnson, who did the story, and Charles Edward Pogue, who wrote the screenplay and all other kinds of shit. So really, really fun movie. I love this movie. Let's move on to The Vine. The Vine today, we got Paso Dragon, mainly because...
There's a dragon.
There's a fucking dragon
There's
on the label.
There's a fucking dragon!
There's a fucking dragon on the label!
Yeah.
Now, let's see if this has anything fun to say, to read.
Here, you look.
Okay, here we go. Paso Robles. Should I try this like Sean Connery?
Do it.
Paso Robles is one of the premier wine appellations in the world. Hidden in the hills northwest town is Lake Asiamiento,
I can't watch you do
a favorite haunt of the locals. It is nicknamed the Dragon from its natural shape when viewed from above. This wine exemplifies the name, local feeling of place when you are in Paso Robles. Bold, but little bit yet undiscovered, and a local favorite. Enjoy the spirit of the dragon in every glass.
Oscar!
Yeah, bitch!
Oscar!
The best.
Yes,
All right,
queen.
thank you.
Yes,
All
queen.
right. Moving on to the handy-dandy Shakespearean notebook.
Girl.
All right, we've got whatever the fuck, sheep biting.
I think it's
inexcrable.
No,
inexcrable. Inexcrable.
I can't do it.
Inexcrable. Ooh, that sounds good. Inexcrable.
Oh, that's probably it.
Sheep biting princox.
Oh, the sheep biting is kind of fitting.
Inexcrable. Unable to be overly execrated.
Execrated?
Or detasted. I used to be able to fucking read. Exasperated, whatever the fuck.
Fucking COVID,
mean,
man.
cowardly, sheep biting. Princox. Let's see here. Saucy, insolent boy.
Saucy. Ooh, saucy me.
Jesus Christ. All right. Saucy. All right, man.
Cool.
So, do you want it? No.
No, we'll keep it here.
All right.
But before we get to the question,
Yes.
do you want to mention who is in this besides?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, why the fuck didn't I do that? Okay,
No, it's fine.
starring Dennis Quaid. I gotta get rid of these.
Sorry. Very professional here
Yeah, we're
at
professional.
Movies and Contemplation headquarters.
Yes. Starring Dennis Quaid, David Thewlis, Pete Postlethwaite. I don't know how to fucking say Pete Postlethwaite's name. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Brother Gilbert. Dina Meyer, Jason Isaacs, Brian Thompson, and of course, Sean Connery. Wonderful fucking cast, hands down, that I gotta say.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
But Jarokk, what is it about this film
Oh, okay. Oh,
makes you want to pick it? Like, what does it mean to you?
Oh, I love this fucking film. As a child, I watched this film a lot. I had this little corner in my home, in my family room, that I had a little TV with a built-in VHS. Some of you in the 90s will remember those little snug TVs. Mm-hmm. And I had it in a corner, and I would watch this movie all the time. All kinds of movies. This one, I remember the most. But I just loved it. I thought that it was just so fun. It took me into the world of, like, medieval. It was kid-friendly. Like, I loved dragons growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, I will argue tooth and nail to people. I seriously think I think Draco is probably one of, like, the best looking CGI fucking dragons.
The best looking.
I think so.
Wow.
I think
okay.
I will fucking fight tooth and fucking nail that I personally think that he is like my favorite. Now there are some that look really good. Like, okay, well, Game of Thrones, yeah, okay, but back in the day of what we had to work with,
Yes.
he was fucking amazing, man.
Yeah. Well, like you said in our previous episode, like this was this like part of the start?
So, honestly, I did kind of get that wrong. Jurassic Park was the start. I don't really like to bring that in because, honestly, the CGI... Okay, there were 6 minutes of CGI dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. This was like 25, 26 minutes of CGI dragon.
Yeah.
But they got the idea from Jurassic Park. Like, Rob Cohen was like, him and one of the other producers... They were like, how are we going to do the dragon? Because honestly, there's like a big story to this. Patrick Reed Johnson, the guy who created the story, he wanted to direct this. This was his baby. He wanted to make this like a big thing. And when they went to Universal, and Universal was like, sure, we'll give you a budget, but we don't really know who you are, and you're not really anybody. So we're going to give you like a really low budget. So they went to Henson Workshop, and they were going to make a puppet dragon.
Really?
Yeah, they had the dragon.
So great.
They filmed a little like snippet of the campfire scene between Bowen and the dragon, and the dragon actually looks really cool. You got to look up the making of this film, and you can see this clip. But it looked really cool, like the dragon.
I would like to see it.
Yeah, the puppet dragon.
If we remember to do it, maybe we should like link it to the episode or something.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Definitely. But they did that, and then Universal was like, we're not going to give you the money because, number one, you're like, they needed more money from Universal or something like that. And then they were like, we don't trust Patrick Reed. We don't know who he is. No. We're not doing it. So then, I can't remember her name, and I don't even see her fucking credited, the producer. So, I mean, I feel horrible, but she worked with Rob Cohen on Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. He directed it, they did it together, and
I liked that.
That's how she met Rob. And they were like, well, let's do fucking DragonHeart. And then they went and saw Jurassic Park, and were like, that's your dragon. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it, the animated. So they went back to Universal and were like, hey, this is what we're proposed. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And, of course, Dragon and Bruce Lee's story was so successful that they were like, okay, Rob, you're doing it. Like, you direct it, and we'll do it.
And can we, like, this isn't an argument.
And this wine's pretty good, by the way.
It is really, really good. But still to this day, I'm sure you agree, but what little CGI that Jurassic Park did is still more real looking to me than any other CGI.
Oh, we will fucking get there.
We will. Okay, good.
We will fucking get there.
So
because I
happy.
feel like that with this movie, with Jurassic Park, and it's little fucking things, and it's how I like researched and saw. Again, you can see all this in the making of the movie.
Oh my god, I'm so excited!
But how they fucking do everything, and it's just amazing, and that's what makes the CGI look so fucking good. Is how they did it, and now it is a pain in the ass to do, but again,
okay.
Anywho, we will definitely fucking get there. So
I got no toes left. Like I'm putting both my feet on the boat. Like I'm not dipping like one toe in the water just in case the ship like sinks.
Okay.
I'm all in now.
You're all in. She's all in. All right, so let's dive into the film.
Yeah.
All right, so we open
it,
and we have again beautiful fucking. I got
the score.
Credit the score here. Rafaela de Laurentiis.
Okay.
Laurentiis. She was the producer. She's the one that fucking that pretty much.
I wonder if the score was nominated for something because they used
I'm pretty
the
sure
score
it was
for
music by Randy Edelman.
Days to come. Like it's if you do like after this movie any type of like tribute to someone, that fucking song would be in it.
Dude, I'm telling you, that song. Oh
it's
my
so
god,
heartfelt
this song
and
is so good.
Yeah.
I love the music in this. Randy did such a great fucking job. Music's amazing. And I'm pretty sure they still like use it.
They do
In like all kinds of fucking Universal shit.
It's like music like And probably that makes sense because, like, at Universal Studios, you would hear it play, like, all over the place, like, at Universal Studios, like, Hollywood and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, and, like, with Gladiator. Is Gladiator Universal?
It's a good question. I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But that,
I don't know.
that song
remember.
gets used a lot.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
It's recycled. Anyway.
Good old Hans. But so, we open up and we have Bowen. We have Dennis Quaid, Bowen, sword fighting with David. Well, no, not David Thewlis yet, but a young Einon. A very young Einon. They're sparring. Bowen's teaching him sword play and kicking his ass and all kind of just playing with him, having fun. And I love it because Einon is getting like so frustrated and is like, "You old fuck, like come on." And then the music kicks off. Love it. Oh god. Yes. So they do that, and then Brock, Brian Thompson, a big fuck back in the day. Brian Thompson's character, Brock, comes in and he's just like, "King Fran wants his son to witness his noble victory." And Bowen's all like, there's nothing noble about killing fucking, like, defenseless
Peasants.
men. Yeah,
they call
essentially.
them, like, peasants. Not Bowen, but...
everybody else.
Everybody else,
Peasants,
but Bowen,
they're locals.
Yeah.
They're what we are, if you will.
Yeah!
You know? And they're
Working
just like,
class.
they're always revolting, you know? That was one thing that Brock said. He goes, they're always revolting, but this time they're rebelling. So now they're fighting. They've always been pains in the asses and complained, but now they're fucking rising up.
But we don't get that much of a backstory, but it sounds like they had good reason.
To rise up?
Yes.
His father was a dick.
Yeah, and
They bring that up. Yeah.
that was my, like, first note. Like, is, like, the king, like, is he just cruel, or we don't get much backstory? Like, is that just his nature?
Yeah,
he's just a cruel person?
Yeah, you don't really get too much on Frine. So many people say his name different. Frine. I don't even fucking know.
Oh, okay.
But, like, I'm going to call him Frine. King Frame. King Frame. So, he's just a prick. They mentioned that he's just... He really does. He just goes around and kills people. He kills dragons. They call him a dragon slayer.
Yeah, he's a tyrant.
He's a tyrant. He's hardcore. Yeah, he just puts under his thumb goof, you know, all the time. So, all that shit. But, so he leads the charge, though. He goes fucking in and is just like, and he goes away. He's all alone in the village, Fran is, and just starts burning the fucking houses. And he's all alone, again. And none of his men are around. Nobody's around. He's just like, and then just casually just trollops over to the other one and then all of a sudden here comes the leader of the fucking rebellion and it's just like, "Brian! No, Huey! No!" And then everybody fucking just comes out of the houses and he's just like, driving around. He doesn't have a sword out. He's just like fucking riding his horse, and then they rip him down, start beating the shit out of him with rakes and fucking hammers.
Can I, like, say something that it kind of reminded me of? Robin Hood Men in Tights. Leave us alone, Mel Brooks!
Every time there's a Robin Hood movie, they try to burn off with it down. Oh, God. I love
Sorry.
it. Where was...
But they're beating the shit out of the king.
They're beating the shit out of Frayne, and, you know, he's going down, and...
Little shit.
Einon sees this shit happening, and he goes, "He's trapped!" And rides in, and Bowen's all like, you know, "No! Einon!" Freaking fuck out. Mind you, Bowen is a knight of the Old Code. We gotta talk about how he's a knight of the Old Code, and he was teaching Einon about, you know, you need to be... So he, like, goes on with the prayer for the knights, you know, a knight is sworn to virtue, you know, all that shit. I don't know the
To be honorable.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. To
Like,
live with honor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, shit like the days of King Arthur.
Yeah,
That's
and they
huge.
do bring up King Arthur in
Yeah.
this a little bit.
Yep. Avalon, the whole fucking caboodle. They bring it up. And so Einon goes in, Bowen gets trapped outside, so he can't follow Einon. Einon goes in, sees his father, tries to take the crown, father wakes up, grabs the fucking crown, and then you see that the apple doesn't fall far from the fucking tree with Einon. Einon is all like, just die, it's mine!
Yeah.
And says that, and then the king's just like, holy shit, and then just dies.
The apple didn't even get a breeze of, like, air. Like, it was
Einon is cruel as fuck.
He's a little shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like to call him.
And he stands up, he's pissing about, and then we see this girl with a fucking bucket helmet.
Yeah, like she
really
was,
bizarre.
It looks like she, like, probably, like, before the whole shit was going down, like, she was playing, like, knights. Or
I think. They were supposed... Her and, I mean, the actor and actress that were the young kids, in my opinion, were not young enough.
No.
I think they were supposed to be...
Not the girl.
No, they were supposed... They were supposed to be really young, I think.
Yeah.
I think they were supposed to be super fucking young.
Yeah, the girl was way more
Because we're supposed to see them
mature.
and they're like 20, late 20s, maybe later. You know? And that was one thing. One of my, cons about the film is like the age difference with a lot of people. Some people aged completely and other people...
not at all.
Dennis Quaid did fucking not age.
He just grew some longer hair.
He just grew longer fucking
threw on
hair.
a few extensions and
Right,
tracks and whatnot. Called it a day.
That is an annoyance. It's like, Brock is like old as fuck, and he's the exact same age as fucking Dennis Quaid. But you know what? Whatever. Paul Rudd, hello.
Well, he just doesn't age, period.
Exactly. So maybe that was what they were going for with Bowen. Maybe Bowen's ass was Paul Rudd. Who the fuck knows?
I'm like, I try not to be as, like, vulgar.
Bowen Rudd.
I try not to be vulgar, but Paul Rudd can get it.
I'm sorry?
He can get it.
He can get it.
Like, he's so fucking hot as shit.
Oh, like he'd get it.
Yeah.
Like you get it.
Yeah, he'll get it.
He'd get it.
He can get it.
Okay.
Get some.
He could get some.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd from all the way around, I'm sure.
Yeah, all the way from Clueless to his, like, millennial...
Well, he looks the fucking same.
He looks the same, but he looks better still. Like,
That's why he can get it.
He's a fine wine that just... I don't know.
This is a great wine, by the way.
This is a really great wine.
But, everybody needs to get this fucking Paso Dragon.
We got it from Trader Joe's, TJ's. Hold up. Before we forget, we want to give some shout-outs. There's some birthdays that we need to address.
Yes.
Yep.
Birthdays. So...
You pulled the... No, I'm not going to say it.
Don't do it. All right. So, it is our two dear friends, and they are friends of the pods. They are contemplators. It is Mel, our dear friend. You have heard us speak of Mel before. It is her birthday.
Yes.
And then by the time you listen to this, our dear friend, part of the theater lovers, our dear friend, our other dear friend, Joyce.
Yes, we'll say Joyce.
We will say Joyce for you, Joyce. It is our dear friend Mel and Joyce. By the time you listen to this, it will be, well, it's their birthdays.
Yeah,
so everybody,
it's
their fucking birthdays, y'all. So let's give a fucking quick happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, that's it. All right, blow out your candles and make a fucking wish, gang. It's good.
Yep. You did it. You did that.
We did that.
No,
Check them out.
You did that.
I did that. All right, so back to the film. Where were we?
Keep slaying, queens. We love you.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump. All right. Keep slaying, queens. All right. Now, back to the film. Where were we? Oh, Einon gets fucking fucked in the chest.
Yes.
By Buckethead. She falls off a fucking, like, burning balcony and just fucking back checks Einon.
Burning bush.
Burning
Speaking
bush.
of burning bush.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, that
fire.
air.
That air,
Oh, God, yeah. It blended in. But he gets, like, fucked in the chest. And as a kid, and even now, that is a rough, like, watching him just get penetrated like that.
Yeah, it looked like a really thick, like, rose thorn.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Every rose has its thorn.
There you go. Hey, hello. Yeah, they like carved these spikes into their fucking like buildings. It's like, Jesus,
and it was an accident.
Oh, it was an accident,
right?
indeed.
Yeah.
She bumped into him and like picks up a fucking stick and is all like, "I'm gonna fuck you up," and then sees him just like, and she's like, "Oh my God, he's a boy." And again, I mean, we see this probably 20-year-old man fucking.
He's just a boy.
Turn around.
She was a girl. Can I get any more obvious?
Who is that?
Avril Lavigne.
Oh, okay.
He was a skater boy.
Oh, shut up.
Don't you diss my girl.
I'm not dissing your fucking girl. I'm dissing the song.
How very dare you?
Dissing her if I'm
How
dissing
very
the song.
fucking dare you?
Oh, I can't stand that. That song was too fucking popular.
Was it 2000 and late?
What'd you say?
2000 and late. It's the wrong reference because it was like, what, 2003 or 4?
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm so 3008. You're so 2000 and late.
God, it's a good wine, eh? Anyhow.
We've been giddy since dinner, so.
Yeah, it's true. God damn. But, anywho, yeah, so he gets fucking penetrated, and then Bowen comes, picks his ass up, drives him home.
He's like, I'm going to, as an outsider of this movie that hasn't, like, watched it, and I feel like I'll bring this up throughout the film, like, Bowen, I don't know if he's manic or just really passionate, but his highs and lows are, like, night and day. And with him being like so not to say that it's a bad thing, but the fact that he's like all is lost, like he's so devastated about what happened to this little kid,
the boy.
I guess, do we get any type of like, how long has he been around the kid?
We don't really necessarily know. We can go ahead and say that he probably was around the boy since he was a child.
Since he was able to like hold a little wooden sword.
But again,
or
we got to
something.
think about it. I'm pretty fucking sure that Einon is supposed to be like fucking 12. There is
bullshit.
there is well, again, that's why I said the actor and the actor, they were too fucking old. You know, they were supposed to be fucking children.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's like
they were far from children.
And again, if you look at it, and I know we didn't go in the making of this film, we didn't go so fucking. They tried to be a little bit realistic with the medieval time.
How so? Just a question.
What? Oh no! I mean, they just tried. Like, well, one of Rob Cohen, one of his things is like, you know, he didn't want using Dina Meyer as an example as Kara. Mm-hmm. He was like, okay. He was like, you know, this is the 90s, and a lot of women now are like really frail. I mean, they're really thin and like all kinds of stuff. I didn't want that necessarily. Now, Dina Meyer is a pretty like thin and skinny girl.
She is, but for the time, she was considered like athletic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she was
and honestly, I'm going to say she was perfect for this role.
Absolutely.
She is.
The wig didn't do her any like justice, or it didn't do her any favors. But
what could
she gave like brave vibes.
Oh yeah, she did, didn't she?
Yeah.
Well, I love her because in the making, she talks about how, you know, I mean, a lot of us were a little too pretty for this film, in my opinion. Like, she was pretty much like, I mean, if we wanted to be hardcore realistic, I probably wouldn't have teeth and I'd have horrible skin. So it's like, you know, so we were all a little like gorgeous for this film.
Wow,
but,
she thinks she's somebody.
But not at all.
I know.
But she's actually, I love her just for what she was saying, because she again was like, you know, I'm so glad about this character, because Kara is like, she's not the, oh my god, I need somebody to save me. Kara's like, I'm just gonna fuck people up myself.
Oh my god,
and you see that throughout the film, and that's why I think
she's a great character.
Great fucking character. Like,
great,
I love
like
it.
a great female, like someone to look up to.
Exactly. Very like Xena, man.
Very Xena.
Man.
Very Xena.
Lucy Lawless, baby.
Lucy fucking Lawless.
Oh, that's my Paul Rudd.
That's your Paul Rudd.
That's my Paul Rudd.
I totally approve and all for it.
God, yes.
I'll watch her get it.
All right. So, no, but Dina Meyer, yeah, she said all that shit. So, anywho, they take the mother of Einon. She's probably on the fucking bottom here. Julie Christie. Okay, Aislinn. She is all like, okay, we got to take him to the dragon. So they go to the dragon.
May I ask a question?
Dude.
It doesn't. It's fine because we don't get too much background about anything, because she sees her son who's wounded, and she looks at these little not trinkets, but these little like
dragon statues.
Little baby
little
like
carved wood.
Yeah, carved dragon statues. Who were her people? And they were for the dragons, but she married into somebody who was like against the dragons.
So
like,
she
what was this?
was a Celtic. she's part of the Celts. She's part of the Celtic tribe, if you will, which the Celts were like a tribe in Britain, I believe. And yeah, I don't necessarily know. Again, you said it. We don't really know what Frayne was, if he was just England or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was part of the Celts. Were very like I said, they're tribesmen, so they lived in the forest.
Yeah.
They probably worshipped the dragons, and that's why she had
we're like kin.
The statue. Yeah, I mean, they probably worshipped him, like going back to Shape of Water. They probably worshipped him like the tribes people.
Way to throw back to another episode.
There you go. Yeah, like the tribes people worshipped the fucking
the
asset.
dragon. Oh, the asset.
The asset. You know, Doug Jones.
Doug Jones. So that's how I think they have worshipped, because even Draco says when we find him, when we meet the dragon, he even says, "Oh, Dodo of the Celts," and she's like, "Whose people loved your kind and you know worshipped you." And he was like, "Yeah, but you're the Dragon Slayer's wife." You know, the Dragon Slayer's widow. Like, I hated my husband just as much as anybody fucking else. Yeah.
I didn't ask to marry the fuck. We were forced to.
Yeah, arranged marriage was like a big thing.
Yeah.
Probably during that time, right?
Yeah.
It was, well, it wasn't like maybe arranged marriage.
Well, was it arranged or was it forced?
Well, probably, but there's also the whole dowry thing was really big. Like, oh, well, you will get this land. I'll give you some fucking sheep and pigs and whatnot.
Right.
Like, I wasn't around during that time.
And it could have been that the fucking Celts were just fucking... Frayne probably went and wiped out the fucking Celts, if you will.
They were like a dying breed, probably.
There you go, maybe. We don't know. We don't know what they were going with the history of that.
And that marriage was probably like the last leg for their kind to kind of live on.
Hang on to this, because you kind of mentioned this a little bit.
I'll put a pin in it.
Put a pin in this.
Okay.
Okay, put a pin in this.
All right.
All right, so let's go on. So...
I'm loving this so far.
Good. So, we go on, and then... The dragon's all like, "Oh, the king's son, cruel and full of trickery," you know, and trickery. And he does all that shit, and then she's like, he's not his father, you know, this knight is his mentor, you know.
For the amount of time she, like, blinked while saying that was very telling. You can tell, like, the lies someone tells by the many, like, the times that they, like, blink.
He's the little shit, but he's my son.
Yeah.
You know, but, so he... says, you know, she's all like, he'll grow in grace and be just, I swear. "No, the boy must swear. Give me a sword, knight." You know. You
said sword. When I watched this. And
yeah. Oh, you thought he had just pulled across?
Yeah, I thought he had a fucking... Because fuck Amazon Prime right now. I don't know if anyone else has been dealing with this, but the biggest part of why this movie frustrated me was because Amazon Prime was being a fucking... shit.
Yeah. Well,
and it kept, every time it would say, "Oh, there's something wrong with Amazon Prime, try again," it would go to that moment. Swear to the cross.
Yeah.
It looked like from a shadow.
Right.
I'm like, who the fuck is this priest dragon?
Swear that your father.
This dragon priest.
Swear that your brother. Alright. So, yeah, man. So he blesses Einon, and then Einon dies, and then Einon fucking dies. And then Bowen's all like, "Einon, he's dead!"
Which helps my theory that Bowen is, like, manic, or he's bipolar.
Yeah. I love when he pulls the sword.
Like, what sword? Where did he pull that fucking sword from?
Oh, the dragon had it in his grasp.
But it was stone.
Huh? What are you talking about?
We didn't get to see the dragon we're harping too much on this opening, sorry.
No, he was not a dragon. He was not stone, he was a dragon. The whole point was we saw a silhouette of the dragon.
Yeah, okay.
We didn't see him, but he had the shit in his hand, and then the claw fucking, and you see that throughout the movie. You see that Bowen has the same sword that gets grinded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, anywho, that shit happens. We find out Einon's a fucking prick. Moving on a little faster here. Einon's a little fucking prick.
Well, I guess before Einon, he does survive. the dragon gives part of his heart.
Oh yeah, his heart.
Yeah,
I missed
like
that.
we have
Important.
to put that in, and that's what saves the Pussy King. And
because he shares his heart, he cuts his
Yeah.
heart in half, and then gives his heart to Einon.
yeah, and Bowen says, "I pledge my
Loyalty to
my
you,
sword to
essentially.
you.
Yeah.
I vow to always honor you." And what does he say? I serve.
I served the Father only for the sake of the Son.
Yes, that is a very important line.
Yeah, I serve the Father only for the sake of the Son.
Yeah.
Call what you will of me.
Yeah.
If you need me, my sword, my service is yours.
Is yours, yes.
You know, because you saved this boy, I care
Knight
about
of
him.
the Old Code?
Knight of the Old Code. Yes. Because, again, Draco, he's dragon of the Old Code, if you will. And you think about it, Arthur and Merlin. But, yeah, and then, again, then we see Einon. They're walking out. He calls Brock. Einon has like a hard-on for Brock because Brock is shoot first, ask questions fucking later. We don't get
dirty and hairy.
He's dirty and hairy. There you go.
I've been watching a lot of Mystery Science lately, so...
So, yeah, but that's Brock. So, you know, he calls Brock, and then we learn that now, you know, Brock is now Einon's right hand. Bowen is kind of being shoved aside. And he's all like, you know, I will make this fortress. It'll be better. I'm going to make it greater. Because it'll take many men to fucking build this ruin. He goes, oh yeah, we're going to do it. So he gathers up all the rebels and forces them to work the quarry.
Yeah. Slavery, pretty much.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And forces them all into essentially slavery. And you see the leader, the second in command of the rebels and all that. And he's like, oh, you know, burn the insolence out of his eyes. We're not going to kill you.
I want to be the last thing you see before you...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He goes, I'm not going to kill you. I want to make an example of you.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't even, attempt to fake living by the code.
No, he just goes straight to it. Burn the insolence out of his eyes.
Fucking... Yeah.
Bowen comes out of nowhere, is all like, Einon, you've been bewitched. This is madness. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, he automatically blames...
The
dragon for little shit's behavior.
Because little shit never showed this side.
His...
Essentially.
Yeah.
He did in spurts, but not like he is now.
But he was supposed to be a child, and
Yeah.
that is something that could have been learned and, shelved out, or just...
Yeah.
He can learn to be better.
Exactly.
Through an honorable mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't... Bowen saves the rebels. They run off. Mm-hmm. And then Einon's all like, the king's above the code! And then Bowen has this amazing moment, throws him down, and is all like, have you forgotten everything I taught you? Yeah. Nobody is above the code, not even the king, or especially the king.
Yes.
Especially the fucking king. And then he says that, he kisses his fucking head, and he's just like...
Oh my god, that embrace, he just he pulls him close to his breast. It doesn't...
And that right there kind of tells you that...
He really cared for this kid.
He really
and
cared for him, and he probably did when he was young. He probably was around for a really long time.
Yeah. He's almost like he was asking for his forgiveness.
Yeah.
That Boeing, I always want to say Boeing. Boeing Incorporated, whatever.
Their line, no.
Yeah. But he was the one that failed, but still he goes to the dragon.
The dragon, yeah.
It's like, oh, you bewitched him, it's because of you, dragon!
Yeah. Wherever you fly, wherever you go, I will find you!
And that's another evidence to the fact that he is fucking bipolar, because it's okay, so you are just now seeing that this kid is a fucking fuck.
Right.
So it's the dragon's fault.
Yeah.
It's not the kid's fault. It's not the blood. It's not the the blood of the kid. It's not whatever. It's just you were the one that bewitched him. Wherever he's so easy to form a grudge or a vendetta against something.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, whatever I'll do, I will find you and I will kill you.
Right.
I've only seen one evidence of this person's different type of personality, but it's all your fault, and
your fucking fault.
I'm gonna vendetta the shit out of your race and your fucking kind and whatnot.
Yeah, you polluted him.
Yeah.
So now we meet Pete Postlethwaite's character.
Is this 12 years later?
Yes, I believe.
12 years
12
later.
years later. We meet Brother Gilbert, and he's just trying to make up poems. He's a monk.
And his ass.
Traveling on his ass. There you go.
Traveling
and
on his ass.
Traveling on his ass named Merlin. I love it.
Merlin the ass.
Merlin the ass. And he's traveling. Avalon, trying to make up a poem. And then he like says something. Merlin's freaking the fuck out. He's like, Merlin! And like falls off. And again, this is really good. And that's another thing that Rob Cohen talked about. He was like, with Pete, I didn't want Brother Gilbert to necessarily be a buffoon. I wanted him to be serious. I wanted him to be funny. And again, that's what we love here at Movies and Contemplation. I do. I didn't think Brother Gilbert, he was a buffoon, but he wasn't playing to be a buffoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you feel fucking different.
Well, I did feel at certain parts that his character was, as an adult, was unnecessary. He was kind of like the comic relief, but the character or the actor didn't rely on actual like gags that a normal like sidekick, like, oh, they're fat, they're clumsy, they say the wrong thing. Like, I think the actor did play it properly where it wasn't forced. As a kid, I would totally see it as being like funny and hilarious.
And that again is probably
like a fun thing. And that's why I believe that this movie is really, I mean, it's rated PG-13, right?
Actually, I think it's PG.
Is it PG or PG-13?
I think it is. This is for, I guess there's no rating on IMDb.
I guess on Amazon it said, but
anywho,
it should be PG.
I think it's PG.
Yeah,
because honestly, this is very tamed. Like, and they wanted it to be for family. This is a family film.
It's for everybody.
It is.
Yeah.
They didn't necessarily, because in Rob, Dennis, they wanted it like that because their sons were my fucking age at this time. So they were like, we want this for our sons. We want to be able to let our kids watch this, especially because of the dragon, and the kids love fucking dragons.
And it's very, like, admirable, like, when you can have someone in your life to, I want to make this for this person.
Rob Cohen's son was actually the father, look!
Really?
Yeah, that was his son.
Oh,
He put him in the film.
But
And Jack Quaid, of course, was like huge fan.
yeah.
Yeah, Jack Quaid, The Boys.
Yeah.
I believe that's Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid, The Boys.
Yeah, the kid in The Boys. I'm pretty fucking sure.
The kid?
Huey.
Huey?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah, it is Jack Quaid. Yeah, Jack Quaid, Huey. He was he loved this fucking film.
Was he in this?
No.
Oh, okay.
He was probably too young. I mean,
Probably.
Jack Quaid he's a couple years younger than me. So
he's like still in his 20s.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Okay.
He's still in his 20s.
That makes sense. But, oh my god, yeah, I totally forgot that, that's his son.
Yeah, Jack Quaid. So Jack Quaid, because he would be like, oh my god, my dad, my Bowen daddy. I don't know, that sounds really bad. I don't think
my Bowen daddy.
I don't think that's what it was.
Hey.
Don't fucking quote me, because I don't think that's what it was, but he used to say some goddamn thing to his dad.
We all have our fetishes, man.
There you go. Sorry, Jack. Jack Burton, everybody. No.
Branson.
So, yeah, but anywho. No, yeah, but that's why they wanted it to be a family film.
And I can totally tell the balance that they try to do, because there's fun moments, and then there's like, holy fucking shit, this is like real.
So Bowen kills this dragon, Brother Gilbert witnesses, and Bowen comes out and is all like trying to get money for the dragon from Jason Isaacs' character.
Felton. I do commend fucking Bowen saying, like, honor has expenses. Like,
honor will not put food in my belly nor shoe my horse.
Like, fucking A right. Like,
right. And Jason Isaacs, Felton.
Felton!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Felton!
Oh my god.
He's, his character, he's all like, but it is your duty as Knight of the Realm to save us. And again, like what you just said with the honor code. And finally he was just like, all right, that's what I see. Foreign riffraff, which is really funny because that is actually really interesting because Dennis Quaid was trained by a Japanese swordsman. I can't remember this man's name, so I'm not going to say it. I think it was like Yamamoto, the last name. Again, don't fucking quote me. But he was trained in, like, that Japanese-style swordsman, and you see it in the film, how he always does, like, the reverse grip kind of... Not reverse grip, but...
That's something
Yeah.
you would know, and
when he, like,
I can't
unsheathes
recognize.
his sword and does it. It's very samurai, very fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's a you thing.
Yeah, so he just... That's really
great.
fucking cool. But yeah, so, and that's kind of what it is, like, foreign riffraff, you know, just assumes that Bowen is not of the realm, but anywho. So Bowen moves on, and then now we meet adult Kara.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, what were you saying?
No. I thought you were going to bring up Little King as an adult.
Oh, I was.
Okay, when you do, let me know.
Yes, because I think we go into Kara next.
Okay.
I think, because she's giving water to her father. Her father who was about to get his eyes burned out in the beginning. He just so happens to go fucking blind anyway.
That was her father?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
The rebel leader was her father. And when he turns around, he's all fucking gray, he's blind. She's all like... so it's kind of ironic that it's like, you know, you were going to get your eyes burned out, you end up getting caught anyway, and then you go blind.
It sounds like it's more... He ended up going through more suffering than just getting his eyes burned out.
Yeah.
Because he went through 12 years of like...
Well, yeah, they were in the quarry for
in
however long. He was probably in there long as fuck. We find out that the Hugh guy, his second in command, was only in the quarry for 6 years, got his eye ripped out, one eye ripped out, and then, because Hugh, like, wears an eye patch.
That's right.
And, so yeah, I don't know if her father... I always thought, like, when the poker was up to his eyes, like, that's what made his eyes go.
It kind of did something.
That's what made me think as a kid.
Okay.
But I don't know. I guess when he just ended up losing his sight, they were like, well, we're not going to take your eyes anyway because you already can't fucking see. So now you're just going to work for the rest of your fucking life. And that's probably why, because he was the one that led the rebellion. He was the starter of it.
That's very telling of this little king's mind.
Little fucker, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's trying to give her father water, and he's like, Kara, you shouldn't come here. I told you not to come here anymore. Stop coming.
What does that mean, though?
What?
Like, don't come here. Like, is she been, like, living in the woods?
She lives in the village where that Hugh guy was. That was her village.
Right.
So she lives there. She wasn't living in the woods, but she constantly would go and visit him, and he's just like, this is how I need to live. You need to stay far away from here. And he says this because of what I'm about to what scene is about to fucking happen.
Right.
King Shit shows up.
And I'm going to say my comment right now.
Do it.
Like, dude, you're the fucking king. Could you not have, like, upgraded your hairstyle? Like, it's the same fucking hair from when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, they just like, oh, I'm done. Here's the wig. All right.
Yeah, I know. They wanted us to, I guess, obviously
well, we could tell.
Right.
Like, we're not to say that they thought we were dumb, but it was funny to me. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Like,
again, why I think the kids should have actually been fucking kids and not fucking...
It was too easy.
20-year-olds pretending to be fucking 12 or however
It would have been an easier transition, or like an easier, like, oh, okay, well, he was a kid.
Yeah.
Back then, it wasn't just... That was not 12 years ago.
No.
Between the kid in the first part of the movie and the adult one.
And again, if you go back to the fucking truth of the medieval times, we are considered old in the fucking realm of medievals. Like, nobody... If you lived to be fucking 40, that was rare as fuck.
Yeah, you're like 90 or 100
As soon as you
nowadays.
become fucking 20, you're damn near... You better be a fucking adult.
Well, yeah, like women, as soon as they...
Bloom, they need to have children.
Have you bled yet? Like, as soon as they fucking bleed their first period...
That's when they're expected
You're
to
a woman
have,
now. Yep. Okay, now it's time to start popping out those babies, because you're going to die in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
Like, at most.
So that's how, so, that's why I'm just like, man, whatever. But, yeah, so Einon is fucking with her father. He's shooting fucking arrows and knocks a cup out of his hand and all this crap. And then he kills him. He ends up just killing him because Carl was like, please, he's just a blind old man. He can't do any more wrong. Just let him go. And then he was like, just release him, please. And he goes, oh, they always said death was a release. You know? And I love David Thewlis playing him, because David Thewlis was so fucking... I like David Thewlis. I think he was great.
I can't decide how I feel about that performance.
Okay, tell me why. Talk to me.
Because there were... If I knew that he did this performance on purpose, I would feel more like, yes, cool.
What do you mean?
Just the way his physicality, his mannerisms, just the way he reacts to things. It's very theater in a way that doesn't translate to film. So I don't know if that was on purpose to show, like, okay, this guy is really not...
Yeah.
He is not up to par with, like, he's not meant to lead.
Yeah.
He is over the top, dramatic. He does these, like, physicality moves where he just, like, poses, and he's kind of like Bowen, where he's, like, up and down constantly.
Yeah, I can't really, like, defend because I don't know, but what I can say is...
It's the off-putting type of charisma.
Right. What I can say is that David Thewlis, obviously, I'm going to go ahead and say that I fucking bet he was in his, like, late 30s, 1963. This was probably, like, they started filming probably around, like, 94 or 93. So, say however old he is, and he's trying to be...
He's probably, like, he's in his late 50s.
Yeah. So he's trying to be... at the time, probably in his early 20s.
Yeah, it could be it. I don't know
the
much.
The only thing I can think of is that he was doing all that because he was trying to be young, immature.
And I'm totally for that,
yeah.
If that was his thing, but it was...
So if he's in his 50s now, then yeah, he probably would have been
50s.
in his, like, 30s when he was doing this, probably, right? I mean, I don't know math. I'm not going to pretend like I know fucking math. I'm just guesstimating.
Well, just thinking about it, I don't know, because I do like him as an actor. He's not a bad actor. I do enjoy everything that he has
and
done
I think
so
he
far.
is theater. I think he is theatrically trained.
If he is
so,
theater
I mean,
trained,
I don't know.
Maybe this could have been his way to, like, transition from stage to film. Like, maybe this was his... I don't know.
I don't know. I can't defend. I don't know too much about David Thewlis's...
This is just the vibe that I got from him as an actor. Like, oh my god, maybe this was his first big... film acting role. The blood of theater, like, still runs through his veins, and he just... Or it was a choice.
It might have been a choice, too.
I'm hoping it was a choice. I'm pretty positive it was a choice, and if it was, awesome, because I fucking hated you in this film. I hated your character.
Well, dude, he's a very watered-down Joffrey. Very watered-down Joffrey
Very
Baratheon.
watered-down Joffrey
Baratheon. He was the family-friendly Joffrey Baratheon.
God, family-friendly? Like, you're even, like, going there?
This was a family fucking film.
No, I know,
and
but
he was rough. And I'm talking Einon was rough for a fucking family film.
He was very rough.
So it's like, yes, and if we want to say that, like, if we couldn't go the route of Joffrey, but I'm pretty sure if this film would have been for adults, he would have been probably worse than fucking Baratheon.
That makes sense.
Little Joffrey.
Okay, I am.
You know what I mean?
I'm totally on your level with what you're spitting out right now. So
right on.
Yep. Good. I'm good now.
So that shit, and then he kills the rebel leader or whatever, and then now we got Bowen. Bowen's going to find... He gets word of another dragon, goes to a cave. Brother Gilbert's right up his ass and is all like, hallelujah, Bowen! And they're playing. Brother Gilbert sits on a rock, and I love this. He's about to write in his quill, and he, like, pricks the quill on the rock, and then you see eyes open up, and are just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Then obviously it's the dragon. And then Bowen turns around and is like, shut the fuck up, Brother Gilbert. And is about to go into the cave. And then the dragon starts to wake up because
like
Brother
wiggles,
Gilbert pricks him again.
Yeah.
And then the dragon goes into the cave and is like,
this is all that's left of the last dragon slayer that tangled with me.
And he throws the fucking body out.
Nothing but skulls.
Right.
And,
Bowen goes in.
Bones.
Now, we'll go ahead and like skip a little bit because I want to
Okay.
get to certain areas.
Yeah.
We're already fucking going ahead here. We talked a lot about the beginning, which is great. I love it. I love that we're talking about this film as much as we are. It's great.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, but at this point, I kind of want to go to like need be.
Yeah, let's
scenes.
do it.
So, well, what questions do you have? Because let's go ahead and do your little notes and shit.
I do want to say that as soon as Bowen and the dragon get together,
Yeah.
their banter right off the bat is awesome.
Oh, isn't it great?
Like, it's very, I can't even think of the team of two. I can't even think about it, but yeah, their banter of opposites.
Yeah.
Like the Odd Couple.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very that.
Yeah.
But that is great. I don't know if you want to touch on their relationship and how it like develops because they both hate each other's.
Oh, they hate each other. Yeah,
They hate each other.
Bowen obviously wants to kill every fucking dragon because he's looking for the dragon that turned quote
yeah.
Einon, and I mean Draco the dragon Draco.
Yeah.
He just wants to live. He just is like, I fucking want to be in peace. I'm peaceful. I'm a goddamn pacifist,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah,
will,
yeah.
and want nothing to do with this, but I will defend myself. And I do love where they went with the creation of Draco. Like, I love how Rob Cohen's thought process of what he wanted with Draco, like, the tail being like the blades open up in his tail, and then, like, it's like a blunt fucking object, but it also slices that fucking tree when they're fighting.
It's very like Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
Type. Like there are like dinosaur aspects.
Yeah.
To that dragon that.
And he's got
I'm
that
totally-
jaw when his jaw, like a snake, how his jaw fucking dislocates.
Yes.
Opens up and then the fangs pop out.
Uh-huh.
Like a snake. That Rob Cohen wanted that. He was like, I think that would be fucking awesome to
He's
do.
a cold-hearted snake.
Ooh.
Looking to
Snake like I will be. So he fucking opens his shit, you know, and when they're fighting, I love their fight. I love that shit.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And I love when he's in the mouth.
The mouth, and they like it's a Mexican standoff, but
Yeah.
like it goes all
I
day
can
and
go
all night.
3 days without sleep. I can go 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll kill you before I nod off. And I'll chump you, kill each other.
It's a pissing contest or whatever. Yeah, it's
Yes.
so funny.
He goes, I have a proposition. You get out of my mouth and we'll talk face to face.
And he pulls out
The arm,
the
yeah.
arm. Oh
he
my
sees the
God.
ring. Yeah, he sees the ring and he just goes, oh God, Dragonmark. And then he's just like, oh, thank you so much. It's been stuck on there for months. He was like, and they're just talking, and then they meet, and then they're like, you know, here's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna I'm gonna help you. So pretty much they become con men.
They do.
Fucking, you know,
Yeah.
As fucking, you know, Patrick Reed Johnson's idea was Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Dragon. I mean, that's essentially what he was like. I just think that would be hilarious to have a fucking dragon and a fucking dragon slayer team up and fucking just con people.
Yeah,
and that's what they did.
It's funny, and it's kind of perfect because the dragon does say that he is the last.
He is the last
He,
one. The last female, yeah.
Yeah, he talks
Scarred
about
one.
Yeah, he talks about wanting to die, but he's scared. He's scared of death.
He's scared of, yes. And honestly, we could kind of like jump to that scene because I love that fucking scene. I love every fucking scene. in this
Well,
goddamn movie.
I just think as soon as they join together,
Yeah.
seeing their relationship develop from total disdain, like just hating each other,
Right.
they actually like really start to care for each other.
They do. They start to
amazing.
grow this bond.
And
yeah.
it's so great because this is like a part of the beginning process of doing the CGI kind of thing. And I don't know if it was Dennis Quaid or the CGI, but could have fooled me that there was like an actual there was chemistry between the fucking dragon and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. And that actually is really funny. Dennis Quaid has a hilarious thing that he says because he was like, you know, I pretty much did all my acting to tennis balls and sticks.
Yeah.
You know? And Rob actually did the voice of Draco for Dennis. And Dennis was like, you know, I mean, Rob Rob Cohen, he took it so seriously and was just like, so that was like a blessing while I did it. Mm-hmm. But it's funny because Dennis Quaid was like, when I did with the tennis ball and sticks, he goes, honestly, I've worked with actors who have given me less. He was like, he said, I've worked with it. And yeah, it is, isn't it? I remember.
I mean, come on. We've had those scene partners where they are not giving you fucking anything
I know,
to
and it's
work
like,
with.
God damn you.
I've worked with 2 of them at the same damn time. Fucking bug.
Oh, you fuckers know. Oh, God, yeah.
Jerry, get out.
Jerry, get out.
Get out.
Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, he said all that shit, but yeah, it's great. And they do.
Yeah, they're cahooting with each other.
They're cahooting. They do the first village. It was great. Draco goes into the water and escapes.
The perfect dive. I love it. He does that.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
Oh, no, yeah, he does that dive. He goes in.
Well, because he does that amazing performance where, like, Bowen, like, does that fucking...
Shoots the
thing. Very,
ballista.
very Game of Thrones
Yeah.
during that season where we finally get to see some fucking dragons fuck some shit up.
Yeah. My favorite episode, I swear.
That is the best fucking episode.
I love that fucking episode.
Oh, yeah. But, like, Draco? Malfoy? No, okay. Connections! He, like, grabs the thing. He's like, oh!
Yeah. Oh!
Very, like, Shakespearean, kind of like...
Ooh!
Ooh! He just does this, like, half gainer.
Yeah, and he lets I love that he just drops the fucking... the fucking air, whatever the fuck.
He does, like, the perfect dive.
Yeah, he's just like... No. Yeah. He just goes in. Now, the splash.
10.
So...
That was the less the splash, the better the score.
There you go. So... To go back off of what we were talking about with the CGI. Now, why the CGI is so amazing, okay?
Yes.
Is, in my opinion, is because of how it is. Now, nowadays CGI, everything's fucking CGI. If you had a fucking dragon, the rain, everything's gonna be CG fucking I. Now, when they did that fucking splash scene, they filled like a gallon, not a gallon, but like a fuckload of gallons. I don't necessarily know how much. Of some kind of tub. Mm-hmm. They had a helicopter. They dropped the tub into the water, made the splash, and then animated the dragon to go in.
That's...
When he came out of the waterfall, when he was fighting Bowen, when he came out, they had an air gun loaded with salt that shot out, blew the fucking water out, and then added the dragon. All of these fucking things that we added to the real life fucking elements, if you will, or other things. And even when we go to Avalon later in the film, when he's in the rain.
Yes.
Real fucking rain. Well, not real rain, but real water coming down. Yeah. And they add the fucking goddamn dragon and cover and you see real rain hitting a fucking animated dragon. So it's like, that is why, in my opinion, that it looks so fucking good. Because we have real elements that are adding to the fucking CGI, making you really think that, oh my god, this is fucking real. Mm-hmm. Where now, it's like, oh no, we're just gonna fucking film in a goddamn green screen. Fuck going on location.
Yeah. Fuck Mother Nature.
Yeah, we don't need to be on location anymore. We can just do it in a fucking studio.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
green wall.
I guess nowadays with like COVID and whatnot, I get it, like not going on location
but what was
and
the
whatnot.
fucking excuse before? Because they started doing that bullshit.
I know. I was just saying, like nowadays, I get it, but like back then, like what was your fucking? And here's the thing: I'm thinking like now, I'm like hoping that people are like kicking themselves, like, oh my god, we could have made shit so much better if we weren't so fucking lazy, because look where we are at now. We can barely. You can't even do auditions face to face.
No, you can't. Yeah.
It's all fucking Zoom. Everything's
fucked. Zoom, or you like pre-record and send it in, self-tape. Yeah, auditions now. Everything's a fucking mess.
So what's her name?
Kara.
She has this vendetta to try. She wants to kill Little Bitch.
Yeah.
The king.
Mm-hmm.
Why did she do it in front of other people?
Well, I'll go ahead and say, because Kara as a character, we kind of observe that she is a hothead, literally, and she doesn't know. She is sloppy. We learn that later when Bowen starts to train her.
Okay.
She's sloppy. She doesn't know how to fucking fight. None of the rebels did when they rebelled, which is why they lost. So it's like, you know, she just is a hothead. She didn't think about it. She wasn't afraid to die. She was just like, and she even said it.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't care. I was just going to try. She goes,
okay.
There's more things, or whatever she says to him. She says something. She's all like, you know, death is not what I'm afraid of from you. And he goes, well, I'll have to think of something better of what to do with you.
His dick.
You know, yeah, there you go.
But yeah,
So-
he makes her kind of like a prisoner.
Yeah.
And what is it about her that he becomes so infatuated with? Was it because of what happened between them? Like, oh, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gotten speared in the heart. I wouldn't have gotten the heart of a dragon. What's so fucking special about getting parts of a heart of a dragon? That's where
I think it's that, like, you know, number one, when he first saw her, she was obviously gorgeous. She was beautiful.
A woman.
When he saw her,
A fully
fucking 20-year-old something.
yeah,
woman.
engorged woman.
Yeah, he sees her and he's just like, oh my god, you know, but at the same time, and this is where I kind of go back to the beginning, and it goes to Frayne and Aislinn. This is why I kind of say, like, who's to say that Frayne didn't do what Einon is now trying to do to fucking Kara? Frayne,
Oh my
you get it?
bitch.
You get where I'm going?
Bitch.
You get what I'm laying on here? Frayne probably did exactly to fucking, to Aislinn what fucking Einon is now doing to Kara. Because Einon's all like, I will make you a queen, you will be mine.
That's a mic drop right
There.
there for me.
Yeah, there you go.
We're not like you
Oh.
did for me.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, you're welcome.
Yep.
You
I
know,
didn't even
it's-
think about it. And that's,
there you go.
I think it's it was really hard for me to really get into this film because of fucking Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Well, I left my DVD. I'm pretty fucking sure at one of my sisters. So I don't know, because I know I have this bitch on DVD, and I was pissed. I had to rebuy it, but that's all right. Well, I'm not pissed. I'm never pissed to buy a movie that I love.
Well, no, it's good to have it on the Amazon.
Yeah, it just sucks that I can only watch it if there's good fucking internet.
Yeah.
Fuck you, internet. Anywho, so yeah, we got that, and then I love the campfire scene with Bowen
Yeah,
and,
talk about that scene
and
for
Draco. They're talking, and Bowen is about to go to bed, and he's just like, you know, you see his shield with all the dragon teeth on it, and Draco is all like, you know, you must have hated us very much. He goes, no, I only hated one of you. These I killed because I was looking for him. He's like, but if you're the last, he must be dead. And he's like, tell me, what is this dragon like that you hate it so much?
Oh my god.
And he's just like, you know, oh, well, he polluted the heart of a young boy. And he's like,
Einon was no innocent. He polluted the heart.
and
Very
he's just-
defensive,
yeah,
like right
and he's
out of
just
the
like,
gate.
How do you
Yeah.
know that, dragon? He goes, all dragons know that tale.
Yeah,
It just fucking plays
tale
off.
as old as time.
Yeah, and then he just plays that shit off, and he's like,
What was to be their hope became the doom.
you know, Einon, all that shit. He goes,
The boy was given a very intense gift and destroyed it.
all that shit. And then he was just saying all this crap. He goes, oh yeah, whatever, drag. He keeps calling him Dragon. He goes,
Dragon.
Don't call me dragon. I have a name. He goes, well, what is it? You can't possibly pronounce it in your tongue.
I like it because it's very early CGI, and we see Bowen's hair
blow. And
blow from the breath of
Mm-hmm.
the fucking dragon. Don't.
Don't call me dragon.
I even like that, like, Dennis does, like, a turn.
Yeah.
Like, God, the breath.
God,
Amazing.
that breath. That.
My armor is rusting in your drool and your breath.
You get your buttocks off my tongue. Or something. Whatever.
Yeah. I'll give you my word. But,
Anywho.
yeah, so they're doing that argument shit, and then all of a sudden, Draco's arm, like, lights on fire. His shoulder does. It, like, lights on fire. And you see, well, we kind of skipped ahead, but Einon is in his chambers with Kara, and she stabs him. He, I guess, gives her the fucking knife. And yeah, he does have that line where she's like, I'll pierce your heart. He goes, you already have.
Yes.
And then he, like, puts on his fucking cloak all fucking like, hello.
Like, he's so fucking seductive. Like,
yeah.
calm it down, Dita Von Teese. Dita Von Teese, you are not.
Dita Von Teese. But, goddamn. So, yeah. But, back to the dragon.
Back to the
Now,
dragon.
quick thing with the dragon. I love that they tried to capture Sean Connery's essence in the dragon. Like, physicality.
Oh.
Because they really did.
Physicality.
Yeah, Rob Cohen, that was one of his thing. One of his thing was, like, I want Sean Connery, like, expressions, mannerisms. He made clips. He had an editor make clips of all of, like, Sean Connery, like, films, and, like, put these clips of his different emotions in the films and added it to the dragon. So that's why the dragon
my
has so
God.
much fucking physicality and personality.
That must have been so fun for the animators and,
Yes,
and all that.
in the beginning, I think later, but in the beginning, it was kind of like, it's funny because you see this in the thing, like one of the animators, like Rob was being kind of like a, he was being a director, and he was, and mind you, when they were editing, he had to go to Rome because he was doing that movie with Sylvester Stallone Daylight, is that what it's called?
Oh!
You watched it. I've never seen
Daylight?
it. Daylight.
That must
Rob
have been-
Cohen was...
They did that in Rome?
Yeah.
Let's go Rome!
Let's go Rome. Yeah.
You're lying.
No, I'm positive.
Because it wasn't set in Rome.
No, but they did it in Rome for some fucking reason. They filmed it in Rome. I don't know why.
When in Rome.
When in Rome. Because he was working on that film, and he had to do the 90s Skype call. I don't know how the fuck you did that back then.
I don't think that...
It didn't exist. He was just, I guess, on fucking, like, phone calls of these animators.
Like three-way or whatever.
Yeah,
they did.
with these animators, with these 40, 60, however many animators. And you hear one of them, because in one of the clips, Rob is all like, with the hand gesture, I don't like it, with the hand and the chin, and then you hear one of the animators. Now there is like a video of the animators all in a room. There's like a clip, but like you do hear one, and he sounds a little annoyed, and he's just like, "Okay, I don't get what you're talking about with the hand. Can you please describe like what do you want?"
What do you want?
What do you want, Ryan? So he's like
not
doing
that
this thing, and
simple.
then so Rob was just like, Sean wouldn't do that. Sean wouldn't do that. And again, it's like they were like, well, we can't. Sean's just reading off a piece of paper. He's not showing physicality. He's not really showing him. But it's like, well, in his voice, I'd love to fucking know how he doesn't show physicality based off of how his voice was fucking... his voice
I call
was...
bullshit on that.
Yeah, his voice was giving us physicality. So, it's like, I'm sorry, I can't imagine that... Unless, obviously the animators probably were not in the fucking voice booth.
Which they probably should have been, but still, like...
But I find it very hard to... Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Sean Connery, he's a pro, and even watching... like back in the day, like those like behind the scenes of like Disney, like Aladdin and Hercules, like watching all the actors like doing their parts, they were fucking animated.
That's kind of what you got to do with voice acting.
You have to.
Yeah.
And it's funny, even someone like today mentioned like, oh, if you put a character into it, you'll be less like embarrassed of what you're doing. Like just throw something silly into the mix, and you're gonna be more confident instead of just trying to be perfect.
Yeah. My voice reel, which I lost, but
You lost your voice reel?
yeah. I don't even know what I did with it. It's fucking gone somewhere.
I got some...
Probably at your mom's house.
Probably.
But it's funny.
It's buried.
It's buried
under
somewhere.
Somewhere in the...
But maybe in the garage. But no, but yeah, my voice demo that I made through college.
I remember it.
Yeah.
I have mine, but I kept it in my car for so long, it got like warped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny that, like, I think back and I'm like, God damn it, man. And even, like, now, like, I'm like, I was so young and, like, thinking about, like, characters but even now it's like, I'm glad that and this is probably why a lot of actors, like, get, like, John Hamm or all of them when they start out late.
Yes.
Because, I'll say it, experience things.
Yes.
We experience more emotions. We experience more trials. We experience more things.
Yep.
And it's like now I'm like, dude, I have so many fucking things in my belt right now, just with life in general, that I can throw into a fucking character and be like, here we fucking go. When I was in college in my fucking 20s, I was like, okay, I gotta think really hard about how to do this. It's like, nope, I fucking experienced it now.
I totally agree with that. And also, like, even learning from this podcast and like with our like transition of like shit that we've gone through, like I would over prepare and not let a moment just happen.
Yeah.
I would like sometimes like with this podcast I would write my notes and try to think, oh my god, this is gonna be totally funny, but not tell you about it. But like if if it doesn't land, I'm like, oh my god, fuck, okay, I suck or whatnot. But it's being older helps because yes, you have a lot of experiences, and also it's just like, who the fuck cares?
Right.
If it's funny or not, just go off of like the vibe, go off of like whatever.
Yeah.
Like if it lands, it lands. If not, then not. But like, don't over prepare.
No, don't ever.
Yeah, and I'm still learning that.
Go with the flow of the river,
Oh yes,
as it were.
Yeah.
So,
Where to go from here?
well, now I definitely want to bring this up.
Okay.
Well, we go back to the campfire. We go back to Bowen and Draco. Bowen puts a fucking blanket over Draco's wound. And Draco's like, oh dear. He's like, what was it? He's like, oh, it was just an old complaint that adds up now and again. And Bowen's all like, I think I found you a name. I think I found a name for you. And he goes, oh, really, what? And he's like, you see those stars up there? He goes, oh, yes. I know those stars very well. And then we start to get the music. Very, very mild. We start to get the music, and he goes, oh, I know those stars very well. And he was like, well, the scholars are fucking people that watch the sky. What are they called? I don't know. Astrologists
Yeah.
call that line Draco, which means dragon. And Draco has that funny line of, oh, instead of calling me dragon in your tongue, you're going to call me dragon in another tongue. And then he's like, you're right, it's stupid. He goes, no, Bowen, I would be honored to be named after those stars. I really would. And that's something that we need to bring up. But Draco, in the beginning of the film, when Aislinn comes, his first question to her are the stars shining tonight?
Absolutely.
Draco has this hardcore fucking fascination with the stars.
Yeah.
Because when dragons die, they go to the stars. If they're good, that's their heaven, if you will.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, the stars are their heaven. If he is good and worthy, his soul will go to the stars, and he will be a star and live forever.
I would be happy to be amongst the stars.
Wouldn't that be fucking
Oh my
gorgeous?
God.
Wouldn't that be the thing? If he dies, he just doesn't exist. He just goes into nothing,
But also, like, he goes into nothing, but when you look up, he's still there.
And that was the thing that Bowen was all like, all of your kin are gone, everybody you know is gone, why are you afraid to live? It's like, because I'll lose my soul. He was like, he was like, do you delight in reminding me? Yes, I long for death.
Yeah.
I want to die, but I fear it.
Yes.
And that was why he gave his heart to Einon, because he thought that if he saved a dying boy, he would save his soul, which he ended up
corrupting.
The heart got corrupted, and he ended up giving his eternal life, if you will, to a fucking madman. So his soul pretty much
To a fucking
Baratheon. He pretty much fucked himself out of going to the stars in his mind. Okay, so to save time, there's more to go through with the film, but it's not necessarily necessary to talk about.
Yeah, there are things that...
So,
Yeah.
I love the cannibal village shit. That's funny.
Meat!
Meat!
What would you like to eat, Kowalski?
Meat! God damn.
Meat on meat, eh?
Meat on meat, eh?
Okay, here's your meat on meat sandwich.
You want to
Thirsty!
drink?
Want drink? What would you like to drink, Kowalski?
Meat!
Get him a glass of meat, will you, Stimpy?
God damn it, I love it. So yeah, that shit's funny. But so they get together. They get the rebels together. They go to Avalon, and Bowen is convinced by King Arthur. King Arthur shows up and is all like, Bowen, do this. He says the code, and then Draco's all like, there you go, Bowen. So they decide to rebel again, to do a little revolt, and against Einon. Einon's mother hires dragon slayers because Einon's freaking out. There was a quick little duel that Einon and Bowen did at the waterfall, that they dueled and kind of Einon won and was all like, he was all like, you taught me well, and then he was going to just throw a dagger at Bowen, but Draco comes out of nowhere and, scares Einon and then lifts his heart. Now, I like to think that Draco did that because he wanted Einon to throw the dagger into his heart.
Oh, shit.
I don't think... Because Einon didn't know.
He didn't.
That was Draco. He didn't know that
He
was
could have
dragon.
easily just like, hey, I'm a dragon bitch, and I'm...
Yeah, so Draco, he did his growl, he scared him from doing it, but then he got up and he just went, one of you, please.
Yeah.
Fucking just do this.
Yeah.
Because then it'll kill you.
Oh my god.
Here it is, I'm exposed.
I'm there.
Essentially, right?
I'm totally digging what you're saying with that.
So he does that, and then, but then they all get together, and they rebel. They have their fight in the woods. Brother Gilbert's a hell of a fucking bow and arrow.
He's a natural.
He's a fucking natural.
Yeah.
Shooting head, shooting ass, shooting dick. He's really good.
Cross dicks.
So, I'll do all that. And then Draco, unfortunately, the Dragon Slayers get Draco because Brother Gilbert shoots Einon and makes Draco fall from the sky. And the Dragon Slayers get Einon. Einon realizes, oh my god, that's the dragon that gave me his heart.
Yes.
I can't die because he got hit in the heart. Brother Gilbert shot him right in the fucking heart, and then he just pulls the arrow, and he's fine. And he was like, the Dragon Slayers. Races back. Dragon Slayers have Draco pinned down or about to do the final blow. And then Einon was like, I want him alive and safe! And then the mother was all like, oh my god. And then later now we have Aislinn goes to Draco. And Aislinn's all like, you know why I'm here. And he goes, absolutely, I know why you're here.
Yeah.
And then he goes, it's something that has to be done. He tries to look up at the stars because he wanted that to be the last thing he saw.
Oh.
And then he goes, I can't see all the stars shining tonight. And then she just looks at him. She doesn't even look at the sky. She looks at him and she just goes, brightly, my lord.
Oh.
Brightly. Picks up the spear and is about to spear him. And then Einon comes out of fucking nowhere, fucking pulls it, and he goes, I know why you bought me the Dragon Slayers. You wanted them to kill him because you wanted me dead. And then she says, I wanted to undo a mistake that I made years ago. Saving his ass.
Who's the mistake?
Right. Right. So she does all that, and then he's just like, how unmotherly of you. And then she turns, walks back into the castle. He follows with the spear. And then Draco starts to fucking freak out, and then you hear Aislinn scream. And then Draco's freaking out even more and roars. And obviously, Einon killed his own mother. He speared his own mom. And finally, Bowen, Brother Gilbert, Kara sneak in. None of the other rebels wanted to go. They sneak into the castle, and then Bowen goes and confronts Einon. They start to fight and do their shit. Einon's not going down at all, knows he's immortal, and is pretty much like, you can do it all you want to me.
Yeah.
You're not going to fucking hurt me. Kara is confronted by Felton, Jason Isaacs, and Felton's like, I don't know how all of you got in here, but you are going to get me out. And then he gets killed by Hugh, the leader of the rebels.
Yeah, the new leader.
He gets killed by Hugh, and Hugh's all like, hand on the shoulder, and is all like, we're here for you. Hugh goes to open the gates because all the other rebels are outside. So he goes, and now we've got Kara fighting Brock. We've got Brock, the guy that we see in the middle of the film. We see him take down these two fucking guys and some weird fucking like, we're just gonna hold each other's hands and push. And he ends up breaking one guy's arm and then
Rock'em Sock'em Nights.
Yeah, right. Some shit like that. Very weird. Very weird game. I don't know what they were playing. But you just see him and he's all armored up and is all like, she picks up the fucking Dragon Slayers axe, this two-handed fucking thing.
That's a fucking dragon she's got there.
Yeah, dude. She picks up this big fuck, and he's all like, "Let me cut it down to size for you," and he fucking slices it into big mistake, and she fucking just gets him right in the fucking gut. Yeah, she cleaves his ass. And he goes, "Oh girl, oh girl."
Yeah, don't underestimate a girl, bitch.
Yeah. And then that's what's so great about it, though, because no man could beat Brock. Mm-hmm. But a girl did, and that's, again, going back to Lord of the Rings, ladies and gentlemen.
I was just thinking that.
Going back to Lord of the Rings, no man can beat me. I'm no man.
I'm a fucking woman.
There you go. So.
Hey, lady.
So Bowen and Einon are still fucking around. They're still fighting. And Einon falls through a fucking wooden stone, like, fucking ceiling thing into a fucking water, like, into a bathhouse or some shit.
Ooh,
and then Bowen goes to Draco. And Bowen's like, all right, I'm gonna get you out of here. He frees Draco's head. Draco's like, Bowen, you're the one to do it. And he goes, do what? And he goes, you need to kill me. That's the only way that you can kill my heart. I am the source. The only way you can kill Einon is by killing me.
Yes.
You know, we share each other's pain, but only through my death will he die. He goes, you need to do it.
Is it because he is, like, the strongest of the heart?
Yeah, I mean, his heart.
He was the
His heart.
provider.
Yeah, it's his heart. He was
the donor.
He's the root.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
You cut a tree, it still fucking lives as long as the root's there. Kill the fucking root.
There you go.
He's the fucking root.
Perfect. Yeah, you got it.
So he's sitting there and he's all like, you need to kill me, please. He goes, you once said that you would serve me.
Yeah.
You would do whatever I asked. I am now calling that favor. Do it, please. He goes, no, you're my friend. And he goes, well, as my friend, I'm telling you to kill me.
Yes.
And we're seeing a Draco that's like losing his... Draco is now going bipolar, if you will.
Yeah.
He's losing his shit. He's like, do this now.
Yeah, and like, and Bowen, he's kind of like
He's calming down a little bit.
Yeah, he's mellowing out.
Yeah, he's all like, no,
he is
man,
balanced.
you're my friend. Yeah, you're my fucking friend. You balanced me. There you go.
Yeah.
So Draco's all like, well, then I will make you. And then tries to fucking scratch at Bowen. He tries to bring
back out the rage that he had for dragons.
Yeah. Just tries to get him to kill him, and Bowen's just like, fucking do whatever you want. I'm not going to do it. And then he throws the axe. And then Draco's all like, pick it up! Pick it up! And then now all of a sudden Brother Gilbert comes out and is all like, oh my god, what's going on? Now Einon comes out, grabs Kara, puts his blade to Kara's throat, and is all like, drop it, just everybody stop her, she dies. And Draco breaks his hand or does something and he cuts his hand. I don't know what he does. But he does something to make Einon drop his sword. Mm-hmm. Kara gets the fuck out of the way. Einon pulls his knife, starts running at Bowen. Bowen picks up the axe and is about to go after fucking Einon. Well, Draco fucking lifts up his scales, shows his heart, and is all like,
do it.
Bowen, fucking, this is it.
Yeah.
And then Bowen just throws the axe, hits Draco, goes in, and then you see Einon just like, struggling for breath. And then Bowen fucking flips him with all the rage. Grabs the knife, fucking is about to impale, and then you just see Einon just like, like a fish out of fucking water. And then finally, Draco just is smiling and looking over at Bowen and is just like, you did it. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And then Draco, like, Bowen, and now all the fucking rebels come in. The castle's taken. Mm-hmm. All the rebels see Draco dying. He turns into, like, this light, and Bowen is like, Draco, if we ever need you, how am I going to, look for you?
Yeah, what do we do now?
What do we do now without you?
Yeah.
And then the light just kind of forms over Bowen and grabs his hand, and Bowen touches his cheek. Aww. And then you just hear, look to the stars, Bowen.
I already see your eyes.
Just look to the stars. I know, I'm starting to tear the fuck up. This moment makes me...
Moment,
I'm not even ashamed.
We were watching it earlier before we recorded, and this is very, not you, but you didn't touch your dinner.
No, I didn't.
Because we were at the end
Yeah.
I look to my right, no dinner
It did-
consumed.
Yeah.
Tears.
This is honestly why I do really love this movie. Like, just the message. God damn it. I can't even fucking do it. This message, it's just so powerful. Like, the whole film. You know, it's like, if you ever look to the stars. Like, if we ever lose some, like, just look to it. You know, all that shit.
I get that.
And it's just like, and again, it is. It's just a powerful moment. And the music doesn't help. Because the music's
it doesn't
amazing.
help in the best possible way.
In the best possible way,
Yeah.
especially when the strings come in and it's
Yeah.
just like, and then you see his body, like, just that gold go up to the stars, and then all the fucking stars that are in the shape of the dragon go into Draco, just welcoming him, if you will. They all go and then form one big fucking ball of light, and then they explode, and you see, like, this universe in Bowen's eyes, which is a really cool shot. And then you see Draco's body formed in the stars, and then the music's going.
Crescendo.
The crescendo,
Yeah.
and then you see, like, Draco looking down, like, smiling. And then it goes back to the regular dragon, and then you see one of the stars, like, do, like, a Draco wink. You know, like what he does.
Yeah.
He does his little wink.
Oh.
And then Brother Gilbert has his little brief monologue of, you know, Bowen and Kara, they led the kingdom back into what it needed to be, da-da-da-da. And all of us who were there to know, like, if we ever needed Draco, we knew. All we did was look to the sky and would already, like, and would feel him or whatever the fuck he says, as long as we all knew where to look.
Yeah,
And then that's the end of the film.
I absolutely can.
Oh, Jesus.
I dig that.
I dig it, dude.
I dig it.
God. Oh, yeah. But I'm not ashamed. This movie.
Don't be.
This movie brings tears to me, and yeah.
We all have those fucking movies, and that's why we
Yeah.
do this podcast, because
Right
these
on.
are movies that touch us in such different ways.
Yeah.
And that's the one that tugs at your
It
heartstrings
does.
and gets to you.
It does, and
And
everybody watch this fucking film. It's
and
just
it's so
such
amazing,
a great
like,
film.
especially for, like, you know, someone like you. It's important to show vulnerability
Yeah.
with men,
Yeah.
and that it's still like, you're still a man. You're still, like, there's nothing wrong with showing vulnerability.
Oh no, not at all.
Kind of thing. It's still attractive. There's, like, no, oh my
thank
god,
you.
you're a fucking pussy, or whatever, like, whatever, like,
I'm not afraid to meet a man's gaze. It's natural.
yeah, exactly. That's it.
Golf Merengue. Dean Lanner.
Yes.
Telling the truth.
Yes.
Putting on the truth with
Yep.
Dean Lanner. Yeah, but no, yeah. Yeah. So that was DragonHeart. And it's funny because honestly, we have 4 of these films. We have 4 of them.
I only know of a second one.
There's the second one. There was a third one with Patrick Stewart as the voice. And then there was just recently a 4th, I believe, with Tim Burton's ex-wife.
Sarah Bonham Carter.
Yeah, her. Bonham Carter. Bonham Carter.
Yeah, Bonham Carter.
Yeah, with her. She's the voice of the dragon. They brought a female dragon in this time. And that one's actually really good. I actually really liked it.
Power to the female.
It's on Netflix, and I actually really did enjoy that one. But anywho, back to it. To the question, will you watch this film without me?
I'm gonna say no.
Oh,
I do.
god damn it.
Well, what?
It's a disappointment, man,
Really?
that you won't watch this without me. It's such
No,
a good film.
I do agree that there are really great aspects of this movie, but there are a lot of parts that are very boring to me.
Oh.
And certain parts of the story don't make sense. If I could watch, like, the clips or, like, the cliff notes
Yeah.
of the movie, maybe. But there are just parts of the film where I am confused, bored, or really, like, interested in. I don't know. I find myself just kind of like,
You just want to watch the parts with just the dragon.
maybe.
You just want to watch the 20 minutes of
Maybe.
Draco.
I don't know what it is. If that's it, then fine. But I don't need CGI to be engaged.
Yeah.
But I think Sean Connery really made this film.
Oh, well, he was the one and only choice that they wanted for the dragon.
I get it.
And Bowen was not... Actually, Dennis Quaid was not the first choice for Bowen.
Who was the first choice?
There were 3 choices that they wanted before Dennis.
Tell me more, tell me more.
They wanted Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson, Harrison Ford, and Robin Williams were the 3.
Oh my god, that is so 90s!
But none of them wanted to do it.
Oh.
So then they got Dennis.
I think Dennis Quaid, he was great.
Oh, yeah.
He was a great balance of...
And this movie pretty much made him.
Did it?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But
I mean,
think...
it was in Enemy Mine, but not too many people knew about that
I don't even
shit.
know what that is.
Well, there you go.
But he was a really fun contrast of like watching a film that is kid-like and adult.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
really
it's not something I would rather watch that other dragon movie that I like. I can't remember what it is.
Which one? Dragon Slayer?
Nope.
Oh, that one with the kid and the Irish?
Mm-hmm. Cortland Mead.
Yeah.
From he was Aha in The Rascals.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what movie you're talking about. I can't remember the name though.
Yeah,
it was with the
company.
dinosaur kid,
Yeah,
the dinosaur movies, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a actual like production company that spewed out a bunch of like kid movies, and I loved them.
Oh.
Anywho,
So that was yours, and this is mine.
Sure.
All right, back to the handy dandy Shakespearean notebook. All right. Who was the inexcredible? I don't remember how the fuck I said it, so fuck it.
Okay.
Sheep-biting Princox. Who was the unable to be overly execrated or detested? God, I'm botching that one. I hope I never get that one again. Who's mean and cowardly and saucy, insolent boy?
Fucking shaggy-haired, buck-toothed bonanza fucking shit.
God damn.
The Little King.
The little king. Okay,
Yeah.
so Einon. I agree. I'll say it.
All right.
Einon was a little bitch.
Cool.
So, all right. What do you have in store for me?
I kind of want to do something fun. I found this movie I didn't find it, but I rediscovered this movie. I used to like it back then. It came out in like 1999 or 98. I can't remember. I want to do Dick.
I beg your pardon?
I choose to do Dick.
What the fuck is Dick?
It's a movie
About Dick?
about Tricky Dick.
Oh, Tricky Dick.
Tricky Dick.
Okay.
Starring Kirsten Dunst and Michelle Williams.
Who? Starring who?
Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, okay. Kirsten Dunst.
Dunst. I'm set. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
I'm strong.
No, I know.
Okay.
I don't know why Kristen Stewart came into my fucking head.
Kristen Stewart will never come out of these lips as my choice
for
a film.
I was about to say.
Well, okay.
I don't know why. I did hear you said that, and
said-
then I fucking, for some reason, my head just went straight to that Twilight fucking twat. And I was just like, oh my god, no, please.
She's better now, but no Twilight.
The only thing
no
she can
Twilight
do
here.
good is die. And that's not in a bad way.
My god!
That's not in a bad way. I'm telling you, the one thing that she can do really good is like fucking look like she's dying.
I'm going to...
It's really fucking good.
I will
give her that. When we saw Snow White and Huntsman and she has that choking scene, oh my god, I was like, bitch, you deserve a goddamn Oscar for that shit.
I don't know, that one movie, like Seberg or something, she was really, really good.
Okay, well,
But
I won't ever
anyway,
watch it, so go ahead.
Dick. Let's get back to
Let's
Dick.
get back on the Dick.
It has to do with Richard Nixon, the Watergate thing.
Okay.
And it's a parody of, except for, it's a parody of, instead of really intelligent people breaking the whole Watergate thing, it was two doofy, goofy fucking teenagers
Okay.
that started the whole Watergate
Lovely.
scandal.
All right, then.
Back then, it is so funny. It's ridiculous,
All right.
but it is so cute. But yeah, let's do that.
Well, we're doing it. So next week, everybody, prepare yourselves. We're getting on the Dick.
We're getting some dick.
Jesus Christ.
Dick.
Get some dick. I'm going to give him that dick. Give her that dick. Speaking of Paul Rudd. So anywho, yeah. So guys, thank you so much for joining us for this wonderful day. this was Movies in Contemplation, if you didn't know already.
Oh my god, Jesus
Please
Christ.
go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave us a review on Apple Podcast if you didn't mind. You can find us on almost all podcasting platforms, or are we on all podcasting platforms?
Everything but Stitcher, as far as
Everything
I know.
but Stitcher, as far as we know. You can find us on it. So thank you so much, everybody, once again. Moving on to you, Callie. This is your
Yes,
time.
we are all over the worldwide wonderful fucking web.
There you go.
On Twitter, we are movies_pod. On Instagram, we are movies.contemplation_pod. We have a email, movies.contemplation@gmail.com. And we are also on Facebook, Movies and Contemplation Podcast.
Right on, y'all. So get ready for some dick next week. We doing it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bye.
Big fast, make the dick rise.